Alright, Denise has noticed some issues with her screen. What is this called?
XEBEC.
XEBEC? Tri-screen?
If you wiggle the cables just slightly, you get an outage. This one, it still has electricity here, so it came back on, but this side, it's not working at all anymore.
It's broken for good.
Not broken, but sometimes I'm able to wiggle it and it'll come back on, but right now I've checked every connection and it's not lighting up anymore. My USB-C 3 to HDMI, it's just not changing.
And this just started, or it's been getting worse and worse?
It's been getting worse.
And you've only had this since late October, and it's now almost Christmas. A month and a half?
Yeah.
So you think it's gone now?
I don't know. I'll try plugging and replugging.
Yeah, well, I think it's only going to get worse. I don't see how that's going to get any better.
Well, this probably wasn't designed to be driving around in a car.
Well, I don't think it would happen unless it was abuse. If there was abuse on the cables, I could see how things would break. But if it's just normal usage, it shouldn't break that quickly.
Well, this is normal usage for our scenario, but I don't think this screen was designed to go bouncing around in a car.
You think that just because you're using it in a car and not in a house that there's a difference?
Probably. It wasn't advertised to be a mobile office.
Yeah, well, my own thinking is unless you've been brushing the cables, tugging on the cables, pulling them, pushing against them, like abusing the cables, that it doesn't matter. The same thing would happen in someone's house. That's my opinion.
But in your house, your desk isn't bouncing up and down.
Right, but if it's bouncing up and down, no issue. It's only, you're talking about port connections that plug in. Unless you're rubbing against them, pushing against them, jerking them around constantly, bouncing of everything is not going to make any difference because there's no movement there. So if that's the case, there's no difference in using it at home and using it mobilely in a car.
It just came back on.
It did?
Just tried turning on.
Whoa! See how you just bang?
Yeah, I know. Every time I move it around, it will disconnect momentarily.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It could be if people aren't careful, or maybe it's just the part of the design. It's not going to work right after a very short period of time. I don't know. We don't know.